Captain Sora Nakamura watched the alien armada through the main view screen of her small corvette. 23 Valkyrie dreadnoughts in perfect battle formation, each bristling with antimatter cannons, preparing to reduce the human colony on Europa 7 to atoms. 200,000 civilians, with nowhere to run. Fleet Command acknowledges our distress call, Lieutenant Park reported grimly. No reinforcements available. We are ordered to evacuate key personnel and withdraw. Sora's hands tightened on the railing. Their ship, the UESS Swift, was a reconnaissance vessel fast but lightly armed. The colony's meager defense platforms would last perhaps 15 minutes against such overwhelming force. "Ma'am?" Park prompted when she didn't respond. "Send one more transmission," Sora said. "On all frequencies, including the old emergency bands. Authentication code Blackwatch Omega." The bridge crew exchanged glances. Blackwatch Omega was a myth, a story whispered among veteran spacers, a last resort distress code that summoned something that didn't exist. "Captain," Commander Reeves, her XO, stepped closer and lowered his voice. "With respect, we don't have time for." "Send it," Sora ordered. "Then prepare evacuation protocols." Park hesitated only a moment before obeying. The transmission went out a simple pattern of pulses on a frequency rarely monitored anymore. The Valkyrie fleet continued its advance, now just 30 minutes from weapons range. "Captain, shouldn't we be positioning for evacuation?" Reeves asked. Sora's eyes remained fixed on the view screen. "Not yet. There's an old Earth saying, fortune favors the bold." 20 minutes passed. The colonial governor was begging for updates. The Valkyrie had begun broadcasting their intentions: unconditional surrender or complete annihilation, standard procedure for their kind. "Ma'am?" Park suddenly straightened at her console. "I'm detecting something. Spatial distortion at coordinates 227 by 415, outside the system plane." Sora leaned forward. "Magnify." The view screen shifted, focusing on empty space above the plane of the ecliptic. At first, there was nothing. Then, a ripple-like heat waves over desert sand. The distortion grew, widening into a swirling vortex that tore through the fabric of space itself. "Energy readings off the charts," Park reported, voice trembling. "Whatever's coming through, it's massive." From the dimensional rift emerged the bow of a vessel unlike anything they'd ever seen. Midnight black, absorbing rather than reflecting light, it slid into normal space like a blade unsheathing. The ship kept coming impossibly long, dwarfing even the largest Valkyrie dreadnought. Along its hull, ancient Earth numerals were barely visible: CV and 80. "My God," Reeves whispered. The Enterprise. Not the historical aircraft carrier, but something else, something that had vanished from Earth's orbital shipyard 60 years ago in a classified incident never fully explained. A prototype supercarrier that official records listed as destroyed during testing. "It's real," Sora breathed. "The Black Fleet flagship actually exists." The enormous warship moved with impossible grace for its size, positioning itself between the colony and the approaching armada. No running lights, no standard identification beacons, just kilometer after kilometer of obsidian hull plating and weapons systems unlike any current human design. "We're being hailed," Park announced. Audio only. A voice, deliberately distorted, filled the bridge. "UESS Swift. This is Enterprise. Authentication Blackwatch confirmed. Stand by." The transmission cut off before Sora could respond. "The Valkyrie fleet is altering course," Reeves reported. "They're moving to engage the newcomer." The lead Valkyrie dreadnoughts opened fire first, energy weapons lashing out across space. The beam struck the Enterprise's hull and simply disappeared, as if absorbed by the black material itself. No shields, Park said incredulously. That hull just took it. The Enterprise remained motionless, allowing 3 more salvos to connect without effect. Then, without warning, sections of its hull reconfigured, revealing weapon ports that hadn't been there moments before. The ship fired once a single pulse that expanded into a geometric web of energy, enveloping the lead Valkyrie vessel. When the light faded, the dreadnought was simply gone. Not destroyed, erased. Silence fell across the Swift's bridge. The remaining Valkyrie ships hesitated, then broke formation, attempting to scatter. Too late. The Enterprise moved with sudden, terrifying speed, targeting each vessel methodically. Within minutes, half the Valkyrie fleet had vanished from existence. A new transmission reached the Swift. Colony is secure. Remain in position, Captain Nakamura. Your crew has witnessed classified operations. Debriefing teams en route. Before Sora could acknowledge, the Enterprise began to move away, having dispatched the final enemy vessels. As swiftly as it had appeared, the massive black ship accelerated toward the outer system, its outline already beginning to blur and distort. Should we pursue, Captain? Reeves asked. Sora shook her head. No. We were just introduced to humanity's best-kept secret. And I have a feeling the myth wants to stay that way. The Enterprise vanished into another spatial rift, leaving no trace it had ever been there, save for the absence of 23 Valkyrie warships and the safety of 200,000 colonial lives.